When was the last concert you went to? If you're like me, it's been ages. There's something about staying up late, spending the evening on your feet, listening to loud music amid a crowd of people that just doesn't quite appeal any longer. Of course, when I was younger, I loved it. It was always so exciting to learn that one of my favorite bands was touring, and they were going to do shows or multiple shows in Philly. You know what I never experienced despite all the concerts I went to? Nobody ever yelled, "Play your new stuff." Like, usually bands toured because they had released a new album and they wanted to get you to buy it. So they played their new songs. But that's not why most of us were there. We like the old songs. Revelation 14, we encounter the Lamb and the 144,000 on Zion. Then John says, "And I heard a sound from heaven, like the roar of rushing waters and like a loud peal of thunder. A sound I heard was like that of harpists playing their harps, and they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth." This is the second new song we find in Revelation. The first new song was sung back in chapter 5 when the Lamb that had been slain took the scroll. The four living creatures fell down, and then the elders, and they broke into a new song that was joined by the angels and then all of creation. Nothing against the old stuff, but in the Bible, the new songs are where it's at. In Scripture, new songs were sung as expressions of praise for God's victory over the enemy. Psalm 98, "Sing to the Lord a new song, for he has done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have worked salvation for him." Told in Isaiah 42:10, "Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise from the ends of the earth. You who go down to the sea and all that is in it, you islands and all who live in them." A few verses further, the prophet continues, "The Lord will march out like a champion. Like a warrior, he will stir up his zeal. With a shout, he will raise the battle cry and will triumph over his enemies." If you don't know your Old Testament, you're going to miss that here at the beginning of Revelation 14, we're intended to envisage military troops ordered and arrayed for battle. I mean, it's not just the new song. Earlier in Revelation, when the 144,000 were first introduced, I suggested the number symbolic. It's like a census taken as the troops prepared to enter into the fray. Verse 4 and 5 continues, "These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remained virgins. They followed the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among mankind and offered as first fruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouths. They are blameless." John isn't suggesting an all-male celibate chorus. This is about readiness for battle. Now, when asked whether his troops had been with women in 1 Samuel 25:1, David replied, "Indeed, women have been kept from us, as usual whenever I set out. The men's bodies are holy even on missions that are not holy. How much more so today?" It's a weird reference, but the point is that in the Old Testament, men preparing for war would refrain from sexual activity. Now, to speak of the 144,000 as celibate is to say that they're set apart and ever ready for battle. On the one hand, you've got an army prepared and ready to take the field. And yet this army isn't led by an armor-clad Hulk, rather a lamb. No war cry or trumpet blast, but the sound of harps and worship. This is a different kind of battle we're in and a different way to win. Have a great week.